How to steal loot right from before everyone's eyes. You know that's not impossible. Potential Persona reference? Because, well, Persona 5 has the group called the Phantom Thieves. Anyway, let's get ready to go out. Shouldn't keep Lycon waiting for too long. Thieves and Guardians. Alright. I think these two agent stories shouldn't take as long as the previous ones, but we'll have to see.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not blaming for looking it up for... There's been times I've been wondering what people exactly mean. Then I've actually finally looked it up.
The lunch is on you.
Even when people told me what it meant, I realized, oh, some people are using the term slightly wrong or extremely wrong.
Yeah. Also, I have been training up the electric team some, but they do still need quite a bit of work. So, yeah, back to our defaults of the Cunning Hairs. Let's see,
Yeah.
Nighty's probably like 40 or something, maybe even more. I don't think Lycon's story is that long. Yeah, they don't have the rally commissions as Kaleda's had. So on that front, it should at least take less time. Okay.
I think what that title you spoke about earlier and the other thing, sure, it's edgy, but also sounds like it could be mean from a priest or something, or some religious fanatic.
Or someone trying to be a poet.
Even fanatics can be poetic.
Yeah. Hello there.
That person just now looked super suspicious.
Warning. Ethereal energy detected ahead.
We should go after them. The smell of ethereals. How disgusting. You needn't worry. Leave the cleaning to me.
Okay. Actually, now something that I just remembered, because the music that's playing. Yeah, the character demos, you remember how each of those has a different music genre?
Strong ethereal energy detected up ahead.
Yeah, apparently that's supposed to be the character's favorite genre.
We should be more vigilant. Say no more.
And which one is this one? If it feels familiar.
A bit flamenco-like, Spanish
Yeah,
style at the absolute least.
Yeah, I want to say Spanish, but that makes me more surprised. Oh, it's the joke that he's wolf in boots.
Okay, maybe, but oh, a bit too late on that one. It could also be taken as they may look and act all tough and cool on the surface, but hot-blooded underneath.
Hot blood. Have you seen their attack?
Oop.
There's a lot of eyes here.
Yeah, you get what I mean with that. Passionate. Let's see. Spike, fun, rebellious flamenco. Oop.
We should turn right, but there are some supplies up ahead.
Drink.
I'll go by your decision, Master Proxy.
There we go. Also, I only just realized we're sending the cat and the dog out to work together.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Don't call a wolf a dog. They do not like that.
To be blocked by ethereals. Don't worry, I'll clear the way for you.
There we go. Nicole. That is also something that people tend to confuse a lot. Like, when you see wolves in games and such, they typically tend to be about the same size as dogs. Generally, they're at least half a size bigger in real life.
Depending on the species. Like, Japanese wolves are very small.
No, it matters not. Please, allow me a little time to deal with them.
But yeah, normally wolves are bigger than dogs in general.
Yeah.
And random fact, dire wolves are not wolves. They're dogs. When they were first discovered, they were mistaken for wolves.
Okay, but aren't dire wolves supposed to be bigger?
Oh yeah, they're very big, but just they're not wolves. Again, for they make early mistake, but due to they were named early on, the name has to stick, unless the name was already taken.
To be fair, dire dogs doesn't have the same flair to it.
Yeah, and for people wondering, they did not successfully clone dire wolves, since you cannot clone them. You make something look like one, but it will not be one.
Yeah.
So, one reason dire wolves got turned extinct is they're in the same family as wolves and dogs as such. However, they evolved so far away from both of them that they cannot even crossbreed with dogs and wolves anymore.
Okay.
So
practically a separate genus.
yeah, so when they're closer to dog, they just got this enough so they cannot even crossbreed with them anymore. Hence why they turned extinct, for they got outcompeted by the others.
So, this is the thief?
Let me check chat for a second. Marco, I got stuck in season 2 story by accident. Night, oh my god, this music, it's so good. I could listen to this track on loop for ages. Spite, fun rebellious flamenco. And Night, it is indeed Spanish. It's the same song that plays in his character demo trailer, and the vocals of the song is in Spanish. Okay.
Alright.
You're making a weird face. What's wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is just a bit shocking.
Shocking? How so?
Please, do not worry. It's nothing major, it's just that... Well, this lady thief is my current employer.
What?
Not long ago, I was contracted by her family and temporarily took over their previous attendant's duties.
Wait, so that means she's stealing something her family already owns?
Master, I have found a proverb that fits the current situation. She is going against her family, like machine oil that decided to flood the workshop. Ha ha, ha ha.
What?
Leave the figures of speech to the fleshy ones, Barry.
Fairy, this isn't the time for bad jokes.
Miss Lilac, could you explain why you are here?
I know not of this lilac you speaketh of. Thou dost not know my name. But, very well. Allow me to enlighten thee. Mortals, hear me!
Oh great, it's Zenless Zone Zero's version of official. And that name will mean nothing to you, but when we get to Genshin, you will learn.
My name is Lempeluch Asnabel Phantomhine Lilac. But thou may also call me the chosen of the world's end, the companion of justice. Yeah, I feel like you just mashed up a bunch of random names. You need only praise my name.
Grandiose yet lengthy and jumbled terminology, speech filled with emotion but lacking any efficiency in communication. I see. I suppose this is a textbook example of the edgy speech pattern. However, from my perspective, it appears you have no issues communicating with her. Could this be the popular subculture amongst the youth today?
It's really not. Not many people talk like this nowadays. If I had to say, it was popular maybe 3 trends ago.
If I might be blunt, your explanation is also quite confusing.
Like on the old.
However, we shouldn't linger here. I recommend we escort her out of the hollow.
Oh dear. Yeah. Also, as far as I know, that is good edgy when it's done right. Only there is a little bad edginess that people try to be edgy, but they just do it so badly that it's actually just, yeah, it makes you want to cry.
And Knight just now, if I got called edgy by Larkin, I think I'd cry.
But yeah, most of the time, it does seem like the edgy is become a bit more negative.
And whom might thou be?
This is Belle, a friend of mine. Miss Lilac, about what happened just now.
I have told thee before, I am not Lilac. I am Lampeluche Asnabel Phantomhine Lilac.
What a long name. Did you just make that up on the spot?
Made what up? This name is from my favorite comic. I mean, this is the name bestowed upon me since conception.
Aha, I heard that. From the comics, huh?
Miss Lilac, would you like blueberry mousse or orange tart for afternoon tea tomorrow?
Blueberry mousse for sure.
So you finally admitted it. You're just his boss's kid, Lilac.
How could you use food to trip me up? That's cheating!
There it is. The classic staple of the edgy persona. Speaking normally once exposed.
Miss Lilac, if I may ask you, why do you want to steal this painting?
Stealing a painting? As expected, you can only see the surface of all this. Unfortunately for your feeble minds, the shallows do not typically contain the truth.
May I be so bold as to assume that the post on Internet was also put up by you?
What post? I don't know of any post.
On the day of revelation, during the embers of the waning moon, I shall become the chosen of the heavens and descend upon this land of sins, taking back...
Stop. Okay, what's with that bland as hell reading? If you tried to sign up for the organization right now, I bet they'd drop you in the first round. But the organization probably wouldn't want someone as stuffy as you in the first place. Never mind a painting. I bet you couldn't even steal a coin.
What is this organization you speak of?
The organization is the organization. Stealing this painting is the test they gave me. Once I pass this test, I can join them and become a companion of justice. I just didn't think that I'd get something belonging to my parents as a target.
What kind of organization tests people by making them steal things?
Thieves Guild. So let's check chat for a second. Spite. Lycan is a complex character for like his backstory, but easy to read when you meet him. The dude is a really cool character. Marco, the character demo is a different song called Wolfishly Charming. That other track is called Fangs, Claws and Smile. Knight, similar enough sounding to my ears. The organization is the organization. Great explanation.
Obviously, a Phantom Thieves Syndicate. What else? Do you really not know about Mockingbird? The most famous Phantom Thieves in all of New Eridu?
Searching for Mockingbird, an infamous thief syndicate that steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Though their reputation is quite mixed, they once fooled and scammed almost all the wealthy elites of New Eridu. The organization was inactive for quite some time, but has recently resurfaced on Internet.
They're merely a group of criminals, nothing more.
Mockingbird isn't just some group of criminals. They're chivalrous thieves who steal from the rich and give to the poor. They are justice itself. And I am one of the chosen, Lampeluche Asdabel Phantomhine Lilac, also known as the chosen of the world's end, the companion of justice.
I'm just going to short that Laugherlac.
Miss Lilac,
That's enough. Don't try to stop me. You can't possibly understand this kind of justice or my determination to become a phantom thief.
You misunderstand. As an attendant, it is my duty to protect my master's assets, so I cannot allow you to steal this painting. However, please do not worry. As per the contract I have signed, you too are my employer, and I will not prevent you from doing as you wish. Nor will I tell your parents. Yet, I must warn you, the organization that calls itself Mockingbird is not necessarily trustworthy, and there are great risks in trying to join. I hope you can reconsider.
I thought you were gonna be all stuffy and stuck up like my previous attendants. Never thought you might be different from those old fossils. As for the painting, it's fine, even if you don't let me take it. I have other ways.
Lilac leaves, but Lycon doesn't follow. But is it really okay to just leave her like this? Also, hello, Aurora.
Please do not worry. I will not let the situation remain as it currently is. It's just, considering what I know of people such as Miss Lilac, forcing my opinion will only cause more trouble. If I want her to understand the issue at hand, I need to find a more appropriate method. Something more direct and impactful that'll teach her where the issue lies.
Yeah, the thing with teenagers is typically if you tell them not to do something, they'll just go do that thing just because you said not to. Let's see. Spite's Lampeluche is official.
Apart from that, I also need some time to look into this ostensible Mockingbird's current dealings more thoroughly.
Lycon, why do you care so much about this Mockingbird? Have you had issues with them in the past or something?
My relationship with Mockingbird, I wouldn't exactly call what transpired issues. It has to do with a mistake I once made. I apologize. This has to do with some unpleasant history. When the opportunity presents itself, I will tell you more. You have my word.
Well, head back to the video store as soon as you're... Yeah, okay. Also, I just realized that there are kanji on Lycon's knuckles. That's... We could look them up in among the other characters that we don't have, but... not sure I'd want to accidentally spoil future characters. Never would have thought something like this would come out of busting a thief. It's definitely something up with Lilac. Yep. Despite claims that Mockingbird are these phantom thieves who steal from the rich to give to the poor, something still seems a little sus. Here we go again with that. You also think there's something up with Lilac Bell? Makes sense. It feels like she's going to try something. But it's getting late. Let's sleep early. Next up, we just have to wait for Lycon to get in touch. There we go. And that's chapter 1 done. So, let's move on to number 2. Okay, we'll get the streaming Genshin Impact at some point, once we're caught up to the main story of this game. Okay, though I have been falling behind on the main story of that with my main account. I have still finished the main plot of Natlan, but I haven't touched that in the few updates, I think. A few days later, you meet up with Lycon at the coffee shop in Lumina Square as you agreed earlier. Yeah, we'll probably take it a bit slower with Genshin because there's just so freaking much to do. Like, I don't think we'll touch much of the side quests there. Maybe a few that we stumble across. But most focus will be on main story. Regarding the Mockingbird incident from before, I have conducted a preliminary investigation. It seems as though this organization is deliberately trying to get close to Miss Lilac after all. Definitely up to something. That's right. The true intention of these people remain unclear. However, I have already prepared my bait. Perhaps a big fish will take a bite soon. Actually, there's one more thing that I'd like to discuss with you. If it's not too much to ask, could you spare some time around this time tomorrow? I have some doubts about this case that I hope we can clear up together. Of course. Wonderful. Then I'll be waiting for you at Lumina Square this time tomorrow. Let's see. Marco, what about Von Lycon's Knuckles? You must be getting a lot of lag if you only got that now. But yeah, there's I'm not sure if they're Japanese or Chinese, but there's writing on them. Right? Yeah, there's so much to do. It'd take you probably like months to catch up to the story in Genshin. Yeah. We'll probably take the story in Genshin per country. At least until Zenless releases new story content. Then we'll jump back to this. Though, we could probably take a break every so often just because of this normal stuff. Let's see, there's normal English. Pretty sure it's not. The next day, Belle heads to Lumina Square and immediately spots Lycon in the crowd. She steps forward and stands on tiptoes to pat Lycon on the back.
Ah, you are very punctual.
Let's see, Marco. It says full moon. Okay.
I wanted to discuss with you that recently Miss Lilac has been acting rather strange. While she usually frequents the bookstore, recently she has been going to the noodle shop instead.
Frequents? Okay. Guess that's just a more formal way of saying it. I'm pretty sure most people say frequents.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the noodle shop? Noodles are the best.
I apologize. I have no bias against noodles. What I mean is, Miss Lilac's least favorite food is noodles. She even said, noodles being the protag's favorite food, that's so last year. It's a new year now. Have some creativity.
So Lilac really is a huge comic nerd, huh?
Just forcing that out like a furball.
In addition, according to what her chauffeur and bodyguard said, she even skipped her extra classes today. This is completely unprecedented. Miss Lilac has always been well-behaved and never skips classes. Even in her free time, she spends it almost entirely reading comics. I have a suspicion that this all might have to do with that so-called Mockingbird organization.
Maybe Lilac is just going through a rebellious phase?
I thought Miss Lilac's rebellion is already expressed through the way she speaks. In any case, in order to ensure that there are no potential threats to her safety, I wish to do some investigating at the places she frequents. If I could be so bold as to ask you to accompany me, I believe you are likely more familiar with Lumina Square than I am.
Sure, I can be a proxy for Lumina Square. No one knows where all the stores are as well as I do.
Although I am not quite sure I understand, I trust that it was a very amusing joke. Yes. There was something else I wish to discuss with you. May I call you Master while investigating, just in case? I believe using this to cover our identities will be more convenient for us.
For sure. Can you call me that more often? I like hearing it.
Thank you for your cooperation. Then, let us begin at the noodle shop.
Yep. The noodle shop is the one with the long line in front. Let's see. Nights per country? What does that mean? I mean, like the main story chapters, like first Mondstadt. Why am I blanking on the second country's name for a moment now? But per region, basically we're going through the story per region about. Marco, it says full moon, night. Oh god, my ears, hearing him say that just made my ears bleed. Sometimes I forget that Weiss and Belle are adults and not teens. Yeah, Belle is just short. Belle is small. Liyue, yeah. Oh, I see. Liyue, I don't remember how the second country is spelled. I think that is about it. But, yeah. Shop Junior. Oh, it's you, Belle. Are you free right now? Well, sorry, I'm in the middle of something right now, and there's a stream of customers queuing out the door. You don't have a door. We've been short-staffed at the shop recently, and the part-time kids aren't always able to come in. And besides making all the noodles, I have to serve all the diners too. Some people take an eternity just to order. I'm just swamped here. Would it make things more efficient if you were to know in advance what each customer in the queue wished to order? Of course it would. If I could get their orders in advance, then I could really focus on the noodles. I see. I have proposed to address this problem. You can judge for yourself if it's appropriate. With your assent, we could sign a temporary contract. I can help ask your diners about their preferences, give them some appropriate suggestions, and summarize everything into a table for your perusal. Of course, I won't be requiring any form of compensation. I just hope you can take the time to answer a few questions once you're less busy. Trust is on this. If you say so, Belle, then I'll leave things with you. Okay. Hello, familiar face. Oh, I think a white bowl is better. Wow, it's a Thyron attendant. He looks so suave. Good day. Our restaurant provides a menu service that matches you with dishes that suit your needs to increase efficiency. May I ask, what appeals to your taste? My tastes? That's a little direct, isn't it? I like them hot and arrogant. I'm also into furries and... That's on me. I didn't explain myself clearly enough. What I went to ask was, how do you like your noodles?
Oh, I did not expect to see that.
Now I'm kind of curious. What do Thyrans think of fursuits here? Like, do they see it as insulting or? Let's see. Night. Oh, I know what's coming up. Marco, I've sent a screenshot of Lycon's engraved knuckles. Real, this lady is like me. The both of them are in agreement there. Oh, in that case, I like sweet noodles. Master, based on this diner's description, I have identified their main request. Requests white bowl, preferably on the sweeter side. Is there anything you could suggest? Let's see. Pumpkin soup. White bowl pumpkin soup noodles. Not bad. That's exactly how I like it. By the way, do you mind if I watch the attendant while I eat? They go really well together. I don't think that's a good idea. It will affect the running of the store. That's too bad. For a second there, I thought the noodles in the menu had turned into a high-end ribeye steak. I've got one last question for you. May I please pet your tail? The tail has a different price tag. Well, I haven't heard that one before. Look, thanks, but... thanks, but the tail is off limits. Yes. Thyrans are, protective of their tails. Probably because it's sensitive as all hell. Look at this crowd. How long are we going to be waiting for? Is it really that hard to get a bite to eat around here? Good day. Our restaurant provides a menu service that matches you with dishes that suit your needs to increase efficiency. Excuse me, how do you like your noodles? You mean flavor? Well, of course, it's gotta be spicy. Noodles without chili is like an ethereal without a hollow. It's not natural. I'm sorry, but noodles that aren't spicy do exist in the world, or at least they do here. If you want some, we got it. Master, based on this diner's description, I have identified their main requests: a black bowl piping hot soup, and a dish with meat. Please recommend a dish for me. I do wonder what it actually means with white bowl or black bowl. I'm guessing it means like rice or something else.
Yeah, I'm curious now as well. Now, I haven't heard of that term before.
Let's see.